Hello and welcome back to Gonzalez Gardens. Today we are over here at our border and we will be cleaning out all of the weeds that grow in between here. And because we actually have landscape fabric and then we have mulch on top of that, but the weeds still grew on top of the mulch, which is so silly, but it's not as hard to weed as it would be if the landscape fabric wasn't there. All right, you see here, it looks nice and pretty. We cleaned out all of the weeds that were sitting on top. There's some of the weeds there. And this section, you could tell how much, let's see if you see them side by side. See how much the weeds have overgrown. But we need to get these all cleaned out so that we can plant in our hibiscus seedlings that we have. I'm going to put one in the middle of each little section here. So I have 8 little sections. And I'm going to plant my 8 little hibiscus that I have. So here we go. See, it comes out nice and easily. I can't use the shovel or anything like that because that would take out all of our mulch, and we don't want to do that either. So we just want to take out just the little weeds that are growing on top, which is kind of funny. They don't really have much to grow on. I'm not sure what they are, how they grow, but I guess they have enough. There's a little bit of dirt in there, but it's nice and simple. It's a little bit frustrating because I put the mulch down thinking that this wouldn't happen, and it still did, but it's way easier than if this wasn't here. I have a little mockingbird friend. Can you hear him singing? It's springtime, so they're all getting ready to build their nests. We saw a mockingbird earlier today right here in this area where we're at, and he was trying to get whatever he could find off the ground to build his nest. Looks like he's going to build it on top of our passion vine arch. And we just hope that he's a kind one, because a lot of the mockingbirds are very territorial, even against humans, and they will fly down and try to attack the humans if they're close to their nests. So I hope that this one is a nice one, because he's going to be putting a nest right where we like to walk underneath of the arch. But he was nice and friendly while he was looking for his little stuff. So I think he's a friendly one, hopefully. I prefer to weed by hand. I just think it's easier when you get the full roots and everything like that. And I don't like wearing gloves, so I do try to be very careful and make sure I don't find anything that could hurt me. But there's nothing here, just little weeds. They're soft weeds, no thorns or anything like that. It's the next morning. I was able to get 2 more sections done. It looks so nice, looks brand new. It's funny that the mulch is just hiding under there. We still got 2 more sections to clean up over there, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'm excited to start getting my hibiscus planted. Okay, we finally have our border clean. It looks like we just laid some mulch. However, the mulch was there already. It was just hiding under all the weeds, but it looks nice and neat now. Now we're going to plant our little hibiscuses in between each little section so they grow big and beautiful and fill in this area nicely for us. Okay, this is what we're working with. We got some Black Cow, we got some Biostarter Plus, and we have our beautiful little hibiscus that we grew from the seeds from our garden last year. Okay, let's get to planting. Okay, we're going to start right here at the beginning of our border. We got our bougainvillea here that faces the front, and we got our Queen Emma here on the left. So I'm trying to go right in the middle, as close as I can. Don't need to be perfect. Just gonna dig a little hole. Got my first little hibiscus here. See, we have a lot of mulch here. That's why it was kind of easy to weed it out, because There's all this mulch here. All right, so let's dig our hole. Don't need to make it too big. There is some fabric, some garden fabric. What's it called? So that the roots don't grow through here. Hey, it's nice and moist because we had a nice rain the other day. Rained almost all day. Right, we have our nice hole. Let's see, is that the right size for our plants? That looks pretty good. Gonna get a scoop of the black cow and then put our root starters in there. Got a scoop of our black cow, I'm putting it in our hole. And I'll put a little bit of this root starter on top of that. And we'll take our little plants. This one's nice and easy. So we only got one plant in here. Some of them are going to be a little bit more challenging because they have 2 seeds in one container. Look at those roots. They're looking so beautiful. That's awesome. Okay, there we go. Looks like that works pretty good there. I'll get our soil that we took out and just fill it back in around our hibiscus. I want to make sure that they have plenty of nutrients so they grow nice and big and strong. This is the one plant that I'm really rooting for this year. So I think hibiscus are so beautiful, and the flower last year, oh, it's one of the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. I've never seen a flower as big as that one was. It was literally bigger than my hand, and it was this big pink, gorgeous color. Okay, I think that looks good. We're gonna fill it back in with the mulch to protect it and to give it cooling when it needs it and warmth when it needs it also. Right now it's just going to need cooling because we're going to have plenty of warmth coming up. There's my little tiny hibiscus. Only 7 more to go. This is the next hibiscus that we're going to work with today. And you'll see that there are actually 2 plants in this pot. So I'm just going to use my shovel to go right down in the middle to separate them. And I think it should be just fine. All right, all of our hibiscus are planted. They may look super tiny at the moment, but one day they're going to be big and mighty. Here's the next one. Let me just give you an overview of our border because it's looking so beautiful right now. Look how beautiful it looks. And just imagine our hibiscus in between each one of the gaps. Oh, I'm so excited. Next year we'll get to see that. Let's take a look at the rest of our babies. There's one. There's the next one. They were all pretty easy to separate except for the last 2 that grew very close to each other. And I hope that the last 2 will do okay. That one. And here's our last one. These are the last 2 that I don't know how they're gonna do, but I know they will. They'll do great. Thank you for visiting our garden and watching us plant our hibiscus plants. And I'm hoping in a few months I get to show you my beautiful hibiscus flowers. Stay tuned so you can see them too. See you next time. Bye!